Hey guys, today we are doing a tres leches cake. I got the message for the order on Friday morning and she wanted it for Sunday. I asked what Sunday and she literally said that same Sunday. She did say it was a 6-inch what she was wanting and just a regular circle cake with vanilla bread and just tres leches with the regular simple design. She didn't want anything fancy and the whipped toppings. Because it was such a small cake and this design was very simple, she just wanted Feliz Cumpleaños Juan on it. I agreed to it because I thought it was a small cake. Now, on that Saturday afternoon, she texted me and she said, "Hey, never mind, the cake is going to be a 13-inch for 25 to 30 people." Now, I wasn't sure how to react. This is the first time this has happened to me. And I just ultimately decided that I already said yes to her, so she's already expecting a cake. I just chose to fulfill the order. I'm not sure if this is a bad call for my business, and I don't know how other people operate their business, but in this case, I just used my judgment, and I would definitely handle it differently next time. But it was the first time this has happened to me, so I just took the punches as they went. I did let the bread soak overnight, so they were nice and soaked with the tres leches. I did not start baking until after she sent me that message. Thank God that I hadn't started baking her 6-inch cake. Here I am assembling the cakes in order to put the crumb coat and then put it in the fridge. Did love making this cake. I love decorating. I feel like decorating is my favorite part, although I enjoy baking as well. So I don't know, between baking and decorating though, my favorite part would be decorating, but I love them both. She did not get any specialty fillings. She just wanted the regular whip that goes on top of the cake, so that's what I put in between the layers. I did have to deliver this cake, so I was kind of in a rush in decorating it because she wanted to come pick it up at 11:30, but then I had church at 9:30, so I wouldn't be home in time to have it finished. I worked on it literally Sunday morning. It was very difficult to do it earlier than what she was asking. So I told her I could have it after 1. I felt bad that I couldn't have it ready on time. I ended up just taking it to her for free, not to her exact address, but I met her halfway because she did live a little ways away. So I did meet her halfway to deliver the cake. I don't know if that was a good business move, but I just was so done with this cake that I just wanted to give it and forget about it forever. But here I am putting the crumb coat. The reason that I could not meet her at the time she requested was because I had church, so I wouldn't be home in time to have her cake ready or to finish it up. So I did tell her that, and she was perfectly fine with it. I never want to put my business before God or my children. So if I have church or I have a special event that I need to do with my children, then I will not fulfill these kind of orders, and I set up my orders to where it's not in the way of my commitments to God and my children. And when you have your own business, you get to choose what priorities you want that are important in your life. And having a job, you don't get to choose that. It's someone else that chooses that for you. If they decide you have to come into work no matter what's going on in your life or what priorities you have in your life, they don't care. They want your job with them to be your main priority. And that's not something I want to continue to do. I don't want to keep working for someone else's dream. And I'd rather work for that dream that God placed in my heart and use the gifts that God blessed me with to bless others. And I pray that my customers see that and are inspired by that to start their own dreams. Here I am finishing the crumb coat, and I put it in the fridge, took it out, and then put another coat, and this is what it looked like. So it was ready to start piping on the top and bottom borders. This is the top border. I used that piping tip from the previous video from Hobby Lobby. I think it's 6B, 6D, something like that. It's the big star tip, so open star tip. That's what I used on the top borders, and this is how I make my shells. This is what the finished top border looked like. Here I am piping on my bottom borders, and I did use a smaller piping tip for this. I used the Hobby Lobby one that I showed you guys previously as well in the last video, and it's just a smaller version of the top one, and it looks super cute. I did put Feliz Cumpleaños Juan with chocolate letters because I hate my handwriting on cakes. It messes up the whole cake. And she did ask for a Vietnam flag, so here it was. When I put the lid on this cake, it kind of dug the Vietnam flag all the way in. So I told her to go ahead and put it on herself when she got home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the other video. Thank you so much for supporting and for watching. God bless you.